it's halftime, she get full.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Space 60 racks on a camouflage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. May going to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Crazy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. May looking to run, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
18 Cardinal. 19 tight. Shot 60, 60 broadcast. Panther 11.
Here's Sanders. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Quick throw there is incomplete. When you look at this Saints defense, this unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cougar like 79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Mustang 19. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
19. Smash. 7 bucks. Hey, smash.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Ready, set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cowboy 80. Let's go now. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Bison. 70 Rangers. 70 18. Pioneer.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Cougar 19. 70 Lions.
Sanders once more. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing, Sanders. Looking middle, and he's got a Buka. They get 11 back on that one and leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Sanders to throw. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
McCaffrey on the carry. Touchdown, Carolina.
And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Saints nothing.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. Just tell them that I'm leaving.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looking to throw. May. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing here is May. And they'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Only 3 there on the screen and second down. The Saints at 10-4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
To the right side, complete to Thomas. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They'll throw with May. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah Pacheco with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, when you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Check smash. Dragon 60. Go.
Now Sanders. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Viking, Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Timberwolves, Panther 80. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Go street. 60 Vices, 60 Vices.
To throw is Sanders. And to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
Buffalo 18.
Sanders. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got another one to Johnston. And down inside the 15 he goes. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Panthers first down.
Come on.
A gain of 16 yards.
Throwing again at Sanders. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
McCaffrey.
Christian Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, May. And got his man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Here's May. We'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better reviews and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From the shotgun, it's May. Now he's going to step up and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, it's May. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw, it's May. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Fairbairn is set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action now. Sanders toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready? Panther 11. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Go.
Here's Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
And what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced them to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
60 vices. 60 vices. Streak. Streak. Ready, ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to submit it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Two yards to go, second down.
Here we go.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
18, check. 18, pioneer. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cougar 19. 18, 70,
Sanders to throw. Open man is Ibuka. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
12 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the first and 10.
Let's go now.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Saints 14.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. From the best players you've got to the top performers you have, they try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's 2nd and 3. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down is May. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey running up the middle. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Hey, Crash. 18, 18. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Rig alert, rig alert. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second and a couple.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Sanders once more. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Shedeur Sanders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, May with it. On the RPO, he'll keep it. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ready, set. Panther 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt. 19.
And Johnston sent in motion.
Rig alert, rig alert.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And Johnston sent in motion.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hurt. Mustang 19.
To throw again, here's Sanders. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Press all 80. Check. Rig alert. Hey, man. Cowboy 80.
Sanders. That throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is what...
And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. Viking 18. 6 Buffalo 18. 18 Rebel. 18 Rebel.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st down, Carolina.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Viking 18. 60. Ready?
Play action. It's Sanders. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Now a run here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts them in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing here is May. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Malachi Starks.
Saints 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60. 18, Pioneers. 79 Broncos. Go Street.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though,
they'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
3-yard loss.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, They dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll throw with May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
The opportunity squashed.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
You're not. 19.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Down the right sideline. Down the sideline he goes. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
68 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with first and goal from very short range.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Hampton. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. To the air, May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They'll try and throw for it with May. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.